astronomers! Welcome back to Science with Miss Pearson. We've learned so much in science so far. The first time we started talking about astronomy, we started talking about the sun. And we learned that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So depending on the direction you see the sun moving, you can figure out where east is and where west is. Because the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So if it rises over here and sets over here, then this is the east and this is the west. We also started talking about this object right here. What's this object called? Yeah, that's the moon. And we learned that we can see the moon during the daytime and the nighttime, but it's easier to see during the nighttime. We also learned that the moon does not always stay in the same spot. In fact, the moon rotates or goes around the Earth. And as it goes around the Earth, it looks like it's making different shapes to us because of the shadow that it makes from being by the sun. So when the moon is right in front of the sun, we don't see the moon because of its shadow. But when the moon is on the opposite side of the sun, we can see the entire moon. And as it moves, we see a little less of it and then a little more of it, and it keeps going in this cycle over and over again. Last time, we started talking about the 4 seasons. What are the names of the 4 different seasons? Nice! Yeah, we learned these in kindergarten. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter. Last time we talked about winter, and we realized there's lots of things that we can look for that make it very obvious to us that it's winter time. If there's snow or ice on the ground, that can tell us that it's winter time. If it's super cold outside and colder than it usually is, that can tell us that it's winter time. We also know that there's not any leaves on the trees. That tells us that it's winter time. We also tend to spend more time inside during the winter time. So when these things happen, we can know that it's winter. Today, we're going to talk about the spring and the summer. Show me some silent excitement if you love spring or summertime. I'm seeing lots of silent excitement. Those are great seasons. Right now, we're going to watch a video, and it's going to tell us about all 4 of the seasons. What I want you to do is to pay special close attention to when they talk about spring and summer, because after the video, I'm going to ask you to find some similarities and some differences between springtime and summertime. And so if you pay extra careful laser beam super scholar attention to the video, then you'll be able to know some similarities and some differences between spring and summertime. All right, let's start watching the video. Get those laser beams ready.
Here we go. 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 Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here we go. Seasons of the year. Here we go. Seasons of the year. Here we go. Seasons of the year. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the winter with the ice and the snow. Here comes the winter with the freezing cold. Here comes the winter with the days getting shorter. Here comes the winter with the nights getting longer. Here comes the winter with the ice and the snow. Here comes the winter with the freezing cold. Here comes the winter with the days getting shorter. Here comes the winter with the nights getting longer. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here we go.
Wow, scholars, I learned so much about the different seasons. Team, I noticed a lot of similarities and differences between spring and summer. What are some of the similarities and differences that you noticed? Let's start with similarities. What are some similarities you noticed between spring and summer? I heard that one in the video too. I hear lots of friends finding things that are the same about spring and summer. And then what are some differences you heard in the video between spring and summer? I'm showing another Me Too sign. I heard some of those too. These are some similarities and differences that I've discovered about spring and summer. Some similarities between spring and summer, some things that are the same, is that they both tend to have pretty warm weather. They both also tend to have plants and flowers that you see around. It's not like winter when all the plants and flowers are dead. I also know during the spring and summer we tend to spend more time outside. That's probably because it's starting to get warm out and we're so used to it being so cold from winter. Some major differences between spring and summer, some things that are not the same, is that there tends to be some more rain in the spring. I heard that one in the video. We also know that summer tends to be hotter or warmer. It tends to be sunnier outside, which makes it a lot hotter. We also know that we have school during the spring and we do not have school during the summer. So that's the difference between the two. And I noticed in the video, as well as that picture we looked at earlier, that trees tend to be more full and more green during the summer. During the spring, you'll see some flowers blooming, and so the trees might not look as green. Another thing that you might not know is that there tend to be more nests or baby animals in the spring. That's because animals have their babies during the spring. So we tend to see more baby animals during the springtime, and we don't see as many baby animals during the summertime. All right, team, I have a seesaw challenge for you. So after watching this video, head back to Seesaw. And on Seesaw, I want you to press the microphone and I want you to record the answer to this question. The question says, what are 2 differences between spring and summer? So you're gonna press that microphone and you're gonna describe 2 differences between spring and summer. Hey team, can anyone guess which season this picture represents? Yeah, that's spring. Look at all the flowers blooming. And can anyone guess what picture this season represents? Yeah, that's summer. Look how green the trees are. Awesome. Once you finish recording your 2 differences between spring and summer, make sure you press the green check to submit your work. I can't wait to hear your awesome differences, friends. Bye, astronomers. See you on Tuesday.